Hi everyone, my name is Holly. I'm a psychic medium. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And to all my lovely, wonderful members of this community, thank you so much for making it a community. It's all you. You come together, you comment on each other's posts and on the page and support each other, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So anyway, we all need that. I haven't gotten a chance to respond to some of the comments. Just, man, the days and the time, it's getting away from me. Anyway, and today I have my butterfly mug. Some of them might actually be moths. Oh, and there's a bee. Look. Ooh. I am really easily amused, clearly. But that's okay. It kind of makes every day fun. So there's enough doom and gloom in the world, right? So today I'm going to go into some oracle and tarot cards as a jumping off point, see what Spirit has to say. I'm kind of curious. Today is a different day. Today is the 21st anniversary of my NDE, my near-death experience. I was in a head-on collision. I was a passenger in a car. And no one was seriously injured. Others had, like, one person had a chipped tooth and someone else had a pulled muscle in between the two of us. And I mean, actually there were four of us, two in the pickup truck that hit me in the compact car head on. And I was with my then boyfriend at the time, which, man, dodged a bullet there. Thank you, Spirit. He turned out not to be such a good boyfriend. That was 21 years ago, though. So water under the bridge. Yeah, I died twice in that car accident. Once in the car, once in the ambulance. I made a short about NDEs. And yeah, they put a sheet over my head and we're talking about what a shame. So when I say things about spirit or the afterlife or whatever, I'm not just doing that as a medium. I am doing that as someone who died. And I was gone for a while. So, you know, today is always, I get a little fidgety, a little odd, a little off. Memorial Day weekend is sometimes I get a little anxious where I don't want to leave the house. And even though, ironically, the death was the best thing that's ever happened to me, well, I've had some good things here lately. But, you know, what I learned, because spirits, I'm saying, where do you want me to go with this? Because it still has to be spirit driven, and there still has to be something for the community. There still has to be something for you guys. And what I'm hearing that they want me to communicate the most is that, they're saying, talk about the thing that people say. Yeah. So a lot of people think that, I must have all kinds of patience now, and it must have made me the most patient person in the world. And actually, it kind of made me more impatient because I just don't have patience for stupidity. And by stupidity, I mean intolerance and judgments. And hey, I'm good about getting all riled up about stuff, but you know, when people ridicule or intentionally try to hurt other people, there's going to be a backlash for that. And I don't think they understand that or care at this point, but there will be. Just try to treat people well. Period. The end. I mean, we all get frustrated, and sometimes we have to push that a little harder, you know, to get people to do sometimes the right thing, you know, or, yeah, I just had to go around with a company who was shortchanging me and out of, you know, a service. And I'm like, it's been 3 months. And so finally I just had to say, look, I'll take legal action if you don't follow through. And boom, it was solved. And I'm like, God, did I really have to do that? And I would have, but you know. Anyway, so sometimes you have to push a little hard. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to stand your ground. But people who go out of their ways to be intentionally mean to others, that is a level and a depth of despair inside someone that I don't ever want to have to think about. I really don't. And people have to do their own work. I've always said this, and I've said it a million times on this channel. Everyone carries around baggage, but it's not our responsibility to unpack other people's bags. Okay, you got to unpack your own. The other thing they wanted me to mention about the NDE that was one of the outcomes of it, and this was the most important one. I stopped looking for validation outside of myself. Now, that doesn't mean I don't care what other people think. Sometimes I don't, in honesty. But everybody wants to be accepted. Everybody wants to be part of something, just like this wonderful community that's creating and still developing. We all want to... Oh, and Spirit is saying that's because we all want to feel closer to home, and home is the other side. And when we have those soul connections with people that we resonate with, or that just help us to feel better and have hope, love, and connection are the three things that bring us closest to home and the other side. The truth and the reality of the other side. When I died, I have never in my life felt that completely accepted and loved. It was, I am not afraid of dying. I just don't want it to take a long time. Don't want any drawn out illnesses. Don't want any of that stuff. So, I've got a lot I want to do. I'm not ready to go yet. I've got a lot to do and a lot I want to do. People I want to be with and be around. But this is all temporary. And the sooner we realize that, the sooner we stop worrying about, oh, well, should I wear that color? Is it too bold? Even something that small to, and I'm still guilty of this, not just like picking up and taking off more. I'll figure it out. We have to be financially responsible too. But, ultimately, I'm hearing that phrase, and I love it so much. I've heard other people say it too. You do you. And it's true. As long as that means trying to be as nice to other people as possible. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. Worry about what you're doing or not doing and what you need to be doing. All right. So this is almost like a birthday for me. It really is, because I came into, and no, it did not enhance or change any of my psychic or mediumship abilities. It just confirmed, and it gave me, and it also was the time when I stopped playing around with it, treating it like and I never treated it entirely like a game, but I was just like, oh yeah, it's just something, oh yeah, whatever, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized, oh my God, this is real, this is serious, this has to be taken seriously. This has to be taken seriously. There are people who need to hear about this. And card right off the top. Phase entanglement, emotional influence. Okay. So who are you listening to? What messages are you listening to? And what messages do you need to stop listening to? Okay. And those could be old childhood messages that don't serve you. Okay. All right. So, in a way, it's kind of a birthday for me. It's not my literal physical birthday, but it is my emotional birthday, because all of a sudden I realized I don't deserve to be treated the way I'm being treated. Okay. Let's see what the message is for the collective. What is the message for the collective? Okay. Let's see what we've got. Oh, yeah. And I, on the community page, I put 2 screenshots. They're from the same event page. I talked to the lady who's putting this together last night on the phone, or through texting, and she mentioning it here. And I have to say, I've been to her center to check it out. I was asked to do a first part of an event on June 1st. It's the first time I've done anything publicly pre-COVID. Okay, if that gives you an idea. It's been a little while, but it's a mediumship gallery, very small, and it's at a sound healing center in Lexington, Kentucky. And it's an incredible space, really beautiful. And she does sound healing work with the bowls, and it's just, everything about it is magical and beautiful. And so it's she developed this program that's going to be sound healing for grief. So people who, and every one of us have experienced grief at some point. And so basically it's not something you ever get over or forget about, but time makes it hopefully easier to live your life, because we don't need more than one person dying, with a single death. The living still have to live, and that's the hardest thing to do sometimes. So there are a lot of forms of grief. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to do a 1-hour mediumship gallery, first one since pre-COVID, and in public like that. Very small. It's a small event. And then she's going to do a sound healing session afterwards. So, just letting you guys know what exists, and anyone in the area, if you want to go to any of her sound healing events, it's truly amazing. I don't live in Lexington, but I did make the trip to go take a look at it. Oh my God, the space is gorgeous. Unbelievable what she's done with this space. So anyway, so I just put that on there. So hey, wish me luck. Okay. She knows what she's doing. She does this all the time, and she's very talented. Yeah. And so we'll see. I've been asking Spirit about working publicly again. And every time I start to say, I think it might be time, something happens. And it's like, not yet. So I've just learned to listen to Spirit. All right, let's get to the Oracle cards. So this is the Energy and Spirit Oracle. And it's the Sound Healing Center of Lexington. That's the name of it. And it's on the community page in those screenshots. You'll see it. All right. Goddess of Dreams, Vision, Intuition, and Receptivity. Isn't that a pretty card? Look at that heart light. Wow. Okay. And then we have Wisdom of the Magi, Mental Clarity. Another heart light. That orb of light he's holding is right above the chest. And then Elementals. I love the Elementals. Goes along with this. Nature Spirits, the 4 elements. Ooh, I'm a little shaky. I had a little breakfast, but not much, and I probably need to eat some more. All right. Okay. I'm also just a little jittery today, just internally jittery. These 2 cards, well, this is the way they, all right. These 2 cards came out. They feel like counterpart cards. So sort of the yin and the yang. Because we all contain both aspects. The masculine, God, I'm really shaky. The masculine and the feminine. The goddess and the magi. So, and then over here, the elementals. This is to help us to ground. We are really in a lofty space right now. So everyone, this is the message. And I'm asking Spirit for help. These 2 cards indicate a merging of the masculine and the feminine selves. This indicates coming into, this is a day, and this is specifically, I think this is time stamped. This is right now at this time. We also just came off a full moon, so it has to do with some of that too. If you are developing psychically, if you are developing mediumistically, if you are already a reader, if you are doing anything along those lines, it's going to expand. This is a period of expansion. These 2 cards are the merging of your 2 selves, the masculine and the feminine, and those and being in that lofty realm of spirit and thought. Do not be surprised at all if it's like being on point or on guard or on alert. It's not in a bad way. It's just because you feel the energy is so ramped up. Everything feels so almost exaggerated in its immensity that there's like a buzzing feeling. That is sort of an awakening, an evolution, and an opening of senses. Okay? Let yourself experience it. If you need to cocoon and stay in your own space for a while to learn how to use all of this newness, absolutely. If you feel like you need to be with your community and like-minded people, absolutely do it. If you need help grounding, if it starts to get a little overwhelming, because this is big energy, okay? For seasoned practitioners, this is some really big energy. Call on the elementals, get into nature. If you're in a populated city area and you don't have a nature space you can go to, elementals are anywhere and everywhere. Put a bowl of water in front of you and continually dip your hands in it. Put it on your chakras, okay? Call on the nature energies to ground you that way. Even if you're in a high-rise building, put your bare feet flat on the floor and understand that energy will transcend and well, not transcend, but it will, the energy of the earth is so powerful. It will rise up to meet you and you send your energy down to meet it through the layers of this high rise. It doesn't matter what floor you're on. You could be on the 57th floor. That was odd. But you will ground and connect. We all need nurturing and mothering. All right. And today is the day to get that by or via nature. Okay. Because the energy is big. It is big, big, big. And yeah, Maggie's fine. She's in the bed in the window. Yeah, I know that was a little aside. She's usually back there. Yeah. So take time to honor your process of developing. Okay. It's coming in big time. All right. We're going to do the Rana or Rana. I'm not sure how to say it. Rana George. It's the Lenormand that she created. And this deck is a little different than other Lenormand because she added a couple of extra cards to it. Aren't they pretty? And I love that they're the size are just up. And the borders on them all work together. So I don't know if you can tell, but anyway, just it's really well done deck. All right. Okay. Now, just follow your intuition with what tells you to do what. Like I put a stone on it for a minute. It needed that stone for whatever reason. All right. All right. What is the message for the collective? Someone needs to hear something. What is it? What is it, Spirit? The ride you're on will not go on forever. It's this roll. I used this word earlier today with someone. It's a roller coaster of a feeling. It will not last forever. There is some change coming in this person's, the one I'm talking to, the one this is meant for. In your personal life, there will be big changes and potentially there will be a coming together, a possible move. There's going to be a lot of fear and baggage around it though, but it has to do with if you feel like you're living in an area that almost has like a black, it feels like a black hole sucks everything in. Trust that. All right. What do you want me to tell them? You are spot on in your intuition. Trust it. Run with it. Okay. I think this person is also just developing with their abilities or coming to terms and acknowledging them fully. They've been like pushed down because it wasn't the right time. You know, when you're just so busy, you don't have time for anything other than survival. The message is not to be afraid of it. It will take you places that will surprise you. It's okay if you need to leave where you are. You will find your place and your peace in doing so. They want me to leave it at that. All right. All right, that was a stray message. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? All right, so what is the message for the collective from the Rana George Linamont? Okay, well, we just had a big old chunk of them flying across the table here. All right. What we got? What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? All right. The bear. Aw, flowers, a bouquet. The stork. Ooh, birds chit-chatting. A little bit of gossip. That's what I'm getting. Oh, let's take an extra peek at that. The tree and the snow-capped mountain. Now that can mean difficulty and hardship, but here's what I'm taking from this. I'm separating this into threes. Because you know I read intuitively and just listen to spirit, and it's wherever I'm guided. And you know, okay, so these three cards I feel like overlap and belong together. The bear, the tree, and the mountain. There is stability, there is groundedness, there is, and I'm hearing the change of seasons are important. Because this feels like spring or summer, fall and winter. There is a stability and a groundedness that will not be taken away from you. It will always be there. This one isn't about mountains to climb or challenges. This one feels like the message I'm getting from it is that it's about stability and wisdom coming in. That's a new take on that. So this is about wisdom coming in. This is being who you are and trusting what you know to be true. Those mama bear instincts are always spot on. Every single person, male or female. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're a mom, a dad, you don't have kids, you do, whatever. But your instincts, you're the nurturer and the caregiver and the one that scoops up everyone and wants to make sure they're cared for. You are also going to be cared for. This is a family tree. In this instance, it's a family tree. And this is stability and wisdom coming in. Your best years are yet to come. I have a feeling the snow on the mountain image, you know, which I take after my grandmother. As long as there's a box of red dye, you know I'm going to dye my hair. It really is. I really this is as close to my natural color as I could ever get. And I don't have a lot of gray, but I do have some, so I will augment it. God love her. My grandmother did that till the day she couldn't, even when she couldn't do it anymore. She was like, put something on my hair. She was a bold redhead, though. She was like bright redhead. And those are strong genes, too. Because there were a bunch of, like, almost black-haired people in the family. And, you know, so, yeah. For me to get the red and the freckles, those are some mighty genes. And I love it. It's good. It's all good. All right, so Then we have the 3 on the top part here. So this is the transition. This to me says stability, sanctuary. I keep hearing the word sanctuary. Sanctuary, finding your place of power and wisdom and growing into old age with confidence and safety. That's a great way to look at those cards, and that's exactly what's coming out. Now, the top 3 are the ones where it's like the immediate, like this is kind of like what's the undercurrent of the now moving into the future. And these are sort of the, this is the bottom ones I just showed you were sort of like the fundamental foundation that your life is built on and will continue to be built on. These are the emotional situations right now. So the first one with the bouquet, a big gift, big emotional gift, great love around you, and acceptance for who you are. Now, then we get into these 2. And this one's great too, stork. Now that could be a literal birth for some of you, but most of you, I think it's the new incoming ideas, there's a lot of downloads going on, and that has to do with the increased psychic awareness of people in general. So new ideas, new awarenesses, new things coming in. Again, a movement card, a card of movement and travel, possible relocation again. So I feel like this is a bird in flight. This is a bird taking off and soaring, seeking new heights, becoming gifted in new ways, accepting what you know and accepting that you have the ability to soar. While there's this one. This is really the only thing that has any kind of negative feel to it in the whole reading here with this deck. And it doesn't have to be, but in this instance, these are the ones who don't want to grow, don't want to develop, chit-chatting, just, constantly needling, constantly, this is like the mean girl clique. That's what this feels like. Either it would be the mean girl clique or the frat boy clique, or, and that's not bad. None of them are bad people, but when you get them together, it's sort of like that pack mentality that happens, and they kind of try to devour others out of insecurity about themselves or to feel strong and powerful. So ignore it. Why would you pay attention to people with wings who refuse to fly when look at you? Look how beautiful this is. Majestic. I don't know if you all can hear that. That's Maggie snoring. I don't know if it's loud enough to come through, but she's pretty loud. She's snoring. Anyway, but look at that. Beautiful and majestic. And in the regular deck, this would be the Queen of Hearts, so the Queen of Cups. With hope and love, you can fly anywhere. And they can rule court on their own, being all nitpicky. Whatever. Okay. So understand that it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You have emerging abilities. You have security and strength around you. You have everything you need within you, and you know that you are spiritually supported. Sometimes with evolution, spiritual and emotional evolution, sometimes we have to start moving in other circles, and sometimes people drift away from us. And the reason for that is because they don't want to change. Think about who you were when you were like maybe 20 or 15. Most of us look back and cringe a little like, oh my God, sorry, everybody. And I think at the core, everybody was always still a good person, but man, there's a lot of learning to do and a lot of angst depending on what you're living in at that time period. So, would you really want to go back and be that person in that way again? That last card, let me find it. Yeah, this one, they never left that mindset. So it's okay to just let them be with their little clique that they want to be with. I had a good friend one time who said it's better to be a little lonely sometimes than miserable all the time. Man, she had the best phrases. She got them from her mom. Name was Susie. Oh my God. She's still, we just haven't talked in a long time, just drifted. And well, that's my fault, just drifted off and started working nonstop around the clock and let my personal life go for a very long time. But I'm telling you, man, she had the best phrases. Yeah, rather be a little lonely sometimes than miserable all the time. And then you're not even lonely every now and then because you develop new circles. And that's what's coming. That is what's coming. All right. Anything else, Spirit? You know what? I think I was going to do some tarot or something, but I've just spent so much time talking. Let's get an animal ally card. All right, this one keeps jumping out at me. Cat. So yeah. Let me get my glasses. That print is really small. Cards are kind of small, but they're beautiful. I like that they're small. All right, cat independence. You are a natural healer. Don't forget to heal yourself. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Well, that's just a nice way to sum up that last reading. The Lenormand one, okay? All right. So tap into that inner cat. They're showing me Maggie again, and I was thinking, I don't know if you want to be your inner Maggie. She's, But then earlier this morning, one of the other cats wanted her bed, and so she's kind of a slow big girl and old, and it would have been easy for her just to kind of get up and go over to the next one. And she just looked up like, who do you think you are? And who do you think I am? No. And she just wouldn't move. She was like, try it. Move me. And she just curled up again and went back to sleep. And oh my gosh, I thought it was the funniest thing. So yeah, maybe channel your inner Maggie. She's a funny girl. She didn't do anything. She didn't swat. She didn't hiss. She didn't howl. She was just like, went back to sleep. And she was definitely too big to move, so the other cat just went and got in the other bed. That easy. So funny. All right, and cats are very psychic too. And healers. All right. What is the message? Any animal allies that want to walk with the collective today on this journey of discovery? Obviously cat energy. And that would include all the big cats too. Bee. Oh. Cool. Ooh, and on a sunflower. All right. Bee and community. How nice. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Look at that. And a miracle. Because you are a miraculous being. Because you know what? Bees, I think the message there is also that bees, and this was from Joan Rivers. She has a lot of bee pins. Love, love, love. But anyway, so in interviews, Joan Rivers talked about how a bee was always a symbol she used a lot because aerodynamically they shouldn't be able to fly, but they do. So you know what? Just because someone tells you you can't, well, who's to say? Spread your wings. Give it a try. All right, everyone. I love you. Thank you for being here. Do something extra special for yourselves, okay? I think today's that day to eat that chocolate cake. Maybe not the whole cake. Tempting. I love you all. I love you all so much. Thank you.